the biggest thing about SEZs is you have to develop strategic economic infrastructure. That's your first thing. And you obviously develop it in line with the requirements of investors. So you'll go on an investment drive, you'll attract investors both nationally and internationally, and on that basis you will then develop your infrastructure. Once you've developed your infrastructure, so during construction, there's jobs that are created because you put in your bulk services. There's jobs that are created. We also, our requirement to whoever the contractor is that they utilize small businesses both within the corridor and within the province. So that's the first manner in which communities around us will benefit. It's during construction. So we lay bulk and then we build top structure. So a lot of construction jobs are then created. Then comes the operationalization of the various precincts or various facilities within the context of the SEZs. So once you've got an investor operating, another requirement is that within your operations value chain, we want to see you developing small businesses from the area and from the province at large, so that there's also the skills development component. And we also, I'm passionate about youth development. So I always say to tenants, make sure that in your value chains, the youth benefit, at least from a skills development perspective. So there's a lot of ways in which communities around us therefore benefit. So it will be through your SMME construction job, SMME development, skills development at large, the projects that we get into, and just creating jobs by those various investors or tenants within the vicinity, within the corridor within which the SEZ is located. We go on an investment drive. Investment attraction drive. So there's a couple of things. Firstly, we've got an investment attraction drive that is driven by the Office of the Presidency. So they'll get in touch with the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, to whom we report, and through that, we will join them on their investment drives. Two, provincially, we've got investment attraction drives led by the Office of the Premier that focus on various industries. So we also join those. We play a key role in those. However, the last one is we have our own defined investment attraction drive initiatives based on what it is that we may want to achieve beyond or chasing after the links that we may have gotten from the initial initiatives by the offices of the Presidency and the Premier. We then chase after, the tangibles. Now bringing those investors, bearing in mind that we are competing with other SEZs. So bringing those investors to the OR Tambo Special Economic Zone, but we're the only ones that have an international airport advantage. This particular precinct where we're sitting, it's called Precinct 1, so it's OR Tambo Precinct 1. We actually have 3 precincts that we're developing. This one is nearing completion. We will then move to Precinct 2, where we're going to be developing bulk services and then, driving an investment attraction of sorts, so that we attract investors to the precinct. So in this particular one, we have been able to firstly bring in an investor who operates within agro-processing. So takes the entire manufacturing process from your fresh vegetables, etc., from emerging farmers, brings them into the facility and develops or manufactures or make fresh produce for Woolies. So these packaged goods that you see in Woolies are actually produced by Into Food, which is our biggest employer as well. They employ over 2,500 workers. Then within the jewelry manufacturing precinct, we've got a couple of tenants. We've got gold refineries, we've got diamond cutters and polishers, some of whom work very closely with the De Beers Group. So because the De Beers Group will move from a mining perspective, and then once they have the rough diamonds, some of our tenants here will procure the rough diamonds from them. Obviously, having the right licenses, etc. And from there, they will then sell the polished and cut diamonds to jewelry makers. So we've got the entire value chain that has to do with the implementation of the mineral beneficiation strategy of the country within Precinct 1. And that is what we call the Jewelry Manufacturing Park. We're quite excited and proud that we've been able to develop that. And I must say it's the first jewelry manufacturing park which is located at an international airport, the busiest international airport arguably in Africa. So yeah, those are the two key success stories, and for Precinct 1 specifically. So we hope to actually tell you more or give you more success stories in the future from Precinct 2 at least. Firstly, we've got a committee, if you like, of CEOs of special economic zones in South Africa, so we interact quite a lot. Secondly, we attend a number of both international and national seminars and conferences that are geared towards, you know, depicting trends in various industries, what's new, what's coming, what we should be looking out for as an SEZ. So we do a lot of work, and lastly, we do a lot of research, particularly in relation to industries which we are targeting and industries within which we operate. So through those various initiatives, we always know what's happening, what's going to be happening next, what could be happening, who we should be talking to, etc. And I'm sure you appreciate that when you have investors or tenants international at that, they want you to be on top of your game. So it's very important that you always know what's going on. And the continuous interactions with our tenants, who are our investors, also help us know, you know, how the industries are changing, how the various sectors are changing.